The following may contain language and subject matter which is not appropriate for all audiences. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us once again here on the Low Fact Podcast. Got Andy on the sound setup. Got Matt being ignorant.
Why you gotta call me a racist? Is that just because I'm the white guy in the room?
Wow, shooting out of the fucking barrel already.
Well, racist was not really the right word for that
I
because
don't appreciate you labeling me as a racist.
the country folks are pretty Eurocentric.
I appreciate him getting immediately offended when we joke about him being racist.
Dude, he gets offended about everything. It's kind of tiresome.
Whatever, dude.
And I'm Dave, just trying.
How's the new setup sounding there?
It's sounding, quality-wise, is good. You sound clear, you sound clean.
Is it better?
Content-wise,
We're working on it.
we're just shitty as ever.
We're working on it. We're getting there. God damn it.
So anyway, you brought up a fair point yesterday.
Really?
Yeah, amazing as that is, I guess the sun does shine on a dog's ass every now and then.
A broken clock is right twice a day.
A dead clock, a broken clock would never be right.
No, it would.
Yeah, it would. Yeah,
Because it's like stuck. Like my clock there on the wall, the batteries ran out a couple of days ago. It's right twice a day.
Right, it has to be broken to the point of non-functioning. But if it's broken and functioning, then it's always going to be off. Like the clock in my car.
I think when he says broken, he means it's not working.
It's a non-working clock. Well, if it was a digital clock, it'd just be off, and then you'd be right. But if it's an old school clock, I'd be right. So in a weird universe, we're both correct.
No, we're not.
I know. I just like to fight for my own rise.
We're not both correct.
All right, so we get the clock.
Dude,
Right.
you're not even going to give him that, Dave? Why
Oh,
are you being so mean?
I'm not mean. I think we need to be more specific with our words. I mean, if you're just merely broken, then you can still be functioning. And just because you're functioning doesn't mean you're correct.
But if you're broken, you can't function.
Actually, everybody's broken.
That's if you're...
Oh, no, we're going to the human mind. Fuck, that's a whole nother monster.
Why you gotta take it to that level?
I don't know.
Are you gonna instill some religion into this now?
No.
God said we're all broken because he's the only one that's perfect.
Did God say that, or did we say that?
Well, that's what they're promoting. Or the guy in the corner keeps shouting that to me.
Oh.
What corner?
The corner, there's always those picket guys. They're like, you're all going to hell if you don't repent for your sins. Kind of.
Is this in your neighborhood or is this in Santa Monica?
I've heard it around this neighborhood.
I thought it was on his beat on Hollywood and Sunset.
Nobody gives a shit up there. All those heathens are gonna die anyway.
His beat. Do you have like your own block, your own corner?
Yeah, I think like everybody has a corner they know. Do you have a corner? Wait, does New Zealand have only like rounds?
Yeah, they have
We have a lot
roundabouts.
of roundabouts.
Is that how rounds
We have a
over
lot
there?
of roundabouts.
Only roundabout? Oh, then your
Like
question.
my town does not have the town I grew up in did not have traffic lights.
No corners?
Just roundabouts.
Yeah, see, you should see him at an intersection, man. He doesn't know what to do.
He's so conflicted. What are these straight lines?
But then when
What
a
is this
roundabout
stopping
comes
and
up,
looking who got here first business?
when a roundabout comes up, Mr. NZ starts getting all superior.
He's the kind of guy.
Because
who takes
Americans can't do roundabouts. They suck.
You do a couple laps around the roundabout just to show off. Like, yeah, this is fucking nothing.
This is how you're supposed to do it.
It's like the Chevy Chase movie where they get stuck on the roundabout in London for like 6 or 7 hours.
You drive on the inside and then you exit on the outside.
That's what you do. You go in, go to the in, come around, go to the out, come out.
Keep making a left. You're doing it wrong, god damn it.
But here in America, we don't care about that.
So anyway, before you made your stupid comment about like addressing everything that Andy had to say about broken clocks, what were we talking about again?
Don't remember.
All I know is I am still standing by my broken clock statement.
And it is your constitutional right to do
No,
so.
but what was the
God bless
topic?
America.
Well, what you said kind of hit upon something that I was thinking about over the weekend about times being not that great in this country.
Oh yeah.
And I think that a symptom of that is the number of interest groups that's popping up.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Special interest is fucked over politics.
Because if you think about it, if if things were going to the point where everybody could work and make a living and take care of their own business, we wouldn't really be listening to the interest group folks saying you're being oppressed. This group here, you're being oppressed. You need to, you need to, what's the word I'm looking for? Unite under me, and I'll help us. Whatever that group is.
You know what? That actually makes sense.
Whatever minority group it is, women, blacks,
That's like a mass movement thing, right?
yellow folks, or Asians, which I always kind of.
How are Asians yellow, by the way?
I don't know. Maybe it's just a way to try and make people. Well, how are Native Americans red?
Yeah, I mean, this is all bullshit.
Well, they just wanted to put a color. It's like, oh, we're already calling these guys brown people. We can't call these guys brown people too. We'll make
Browner.
them red. And Asians can't be white because they're not as cool as we are. So they got to be white. They got to be yellow.
I suppose, man, but
That doesn't make any sense.
No, but this is the white guy's brain.
well, the European dude's brain. I don't know. But yeah, so I think instead of listening to the propaganda about how everything's going great, you look at what's going on, and I see a whole lot of interest groups, right? I see like the trans interest group. I see homosexual interest groups. I see interest groups for every ethnicity there is.
There's an interest group for every issue out there.
Yeah.
Any little thing out there, there's an interest group for it.
And you think that they proliferate when things are going badly, because everybody's frustrated and everybody's not doing well, and they're looking for somebody to say, I can
fix your
come
problem.
join me, I can make things better for you.
We all want a savior.
And if you're in a really bad way, then you're more inclined to get in on a movement, right?
Look, you can be doing really well and still think you're doing bad.
True, because they want to change things around, so they would want to fuck with you. Like everything's going fine, but we want more.
So there is. So I don't know if things are necessarily going bad, but I do know there are a lot of people who are dissatisfied. And, the traditional idea of what you need is a full belly, a partner to procreate with, and shelter, and you're good, is not working. And I think that's also a symptom of how good things kind of are.
Yeah.
So yeah, things are good in that there's probably a lot of people that have their basic survival needs met.
That's so true, because if you were like on the street, right, and you had no roof over your head and you were fucking hungry all the time, do you think that you would be like, oh, let me go join this movement? You'd be like, no, I gotta eat.
Well, if you were that person, no one in a movement would even really want you, so you'd be even more alienated.
Because they want to take money off of you too?
I don't know what they do. I'm not an activist. Of course, that could all change if you all decide to send $49.95 to the Low Fact Podcast, and I will tell you how to make your life better.
We probably need to set up a Patreon account or something.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No, well, first we have to fish the fans that we have and steal the money that they already got.
You mean send the Department of Justice email?
We'll forward that to them. We'll email that guy because we want to work with him. Cause
I think we can do a better job than this guy.
I think you guys are being a little sexist here. I mean, it could be a woman.
Oh my God, look at you being the one who's aware. Woke, as they say.
Like I said, I can solve all your problems.
Woke guy.
So if you just send
$49.99, really?
$95, I'm not greedy.
Do you think that's a good price point? Taking $50 off somebody? Probably.
I'm not taking $50. It's $49.95.
Which is cheaper than $50, which means...
Not $49.99?
No.
You think you're saving 5 cents more than 1 cent? There's a weird psychological thing behind it. He's already fucking with the person.
I've got a bit of I'm not big on pennies.
So you're cool with nickels?
Yeah.
It's funny that you came up with this topic, because I've been reading this book about mass movements, and he says that. He says in all cases when the revolution started, it wasn't with a group of people where things had been getting progressively worse and worse. It was groups of people where things were getting better and better, and they started saying,
There's someone else doing better than you,
Yeah, there's someone else doing better than me.
but there's always going to be someone else doing better than you.
Or someone who's the other thing that it happens with is people who were on top or were doing okay, and then they're not doing okay, and then they say, "I want to get back to that shit I had before."
Thus fucking up what they already have and starting a weird movements with people who are already doing what
How
they
do you
don't
know
need it.
this? Is this just from shit you read, or is this just an idea that occurred to you?
Like I've told you and many people in person before, I'm a very unintelligent person, but I have the gift of somebody else's intuition.
Yeah.
So
See, I got to read it in a book to even have that thought. And then
So
it's not
I-
my thought.
I get these thoughts, and it's not because of my massive brain power. It's because, well, if you're a religious person, it's because God likes to use the ne'er-do-well.
Oh, look at you being all divine.
Well, I am beloved of
But
God.
isn't that a sad, yeah, beloved of God, that's you. Isn't that a sad state of affairs that there's a bunch of people who are actually doing
Good.
better than a lot of people in the rest of the world here in America, and all they can be is be unhappy and upset about their lot in life? I'm like, that's fucked up.
I think it's even more fucked up that you dissed God's beloved over there, and you think you can keep on going that way. I'm going to move over a little bit to the left here, because I don't want to be anywhere near the lightning bolts that come down.
I didn't mean to diss. Did I diss?
Oh, I don't know, man.
I don't know. Blasphemy has a loose term.
I was not being blasphemous.
No, but you're being pretty dismissive.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're not.
Nah, don't worry. He doesn't give a shit.
Well, he does actually.
Who, God?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't. He doesn't care. Why would he care?
About me being dismissive.
Why would he care at all?
Well, what if Dave's God's chosen one?
If Dave, well, then Dave will do fine without you. You will continue to do worse, and then like God's all good with it.
Bolt, right?
No, God's more subtle than that. He's gonna make your life a little more miserable every single day. You'll lose like a shoe. You'll lose a couple change in your pockets. These little things is gonna fuck with you.
You'll get some boils on your butt.
Yeah. Look,
Oh, crap.
if God strikes you with lightning, you die instantly. He wants you to suffer.
Oh, that's
So
great.
on that
Thanks,
note-
Andy.
On that note, from the Theologica, lowbrow Theologica here
I gotta go do some Hail Marys.
at the lowbrow.
Fuck that. Let's go to
Low.
Satan's Mass.
Oh, it's starting to get really warm in here.
No.
I got to go get my holy water. So y'all tune in tomorrow
Also, buy my upside down crosses, which I'm selling on Twitter.
for $49.95.
Don't listen to anything that Andy's saying right now. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram at LowFat Podcast. You can email us. Please email us, lowfatpodcast@gmail.com, or you can just search LowFat Podcast and find us on Stitcher, iTunes, and YouTube, or wherever else you pick up your feed. Thank you.